Today's horoscope, Cancer November 18th, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. The moon visits your solar house today, and you gravitate to activities that revolve around getting rest, time to reflect, and observing. It's a time for regrouping and an inner tune-up, but not the best for getting noticed, and it's best to plan accordingly. Look for areas where you may be overdoing things due to restlessness. While a tendency to jump to conclusions should be tamed today, this can be an exciting time for new ideas, particularly about work and health matters. You might come up with grand ideas that need polishing later but could have merit. Ideas for improving health or for new work methods can emerge now. However, beware of a tendency to make a whole lot out of nothing if people are jumping to conclusions. Try not to make rash decisions based solely on today's events. An absolutely magnificent period awaits you today and tomorrow. With water sign energy swishing sweetly across the heavens, you will feel right at home within our element. The mighty sun, now orbiting in the degrees of your solar house of romance and passion, will peer over to majestic Neptune, who is spinning in your solar house of expansion. This ensures that you can feel a spiritual connection to your lover today, especially if you're willing to bring philosophy, magic, or religion into your rapport and routine. Consider ways of expanding your soul connection, which could happen organically. Think positively to feel confident in your work environment. Do not let anxiety get the best of you when the moon in Gemini sextiles Chiron retrograde in Aries. You might be extra sensitive about your career path, especially if you are forging your way. There are times when your anxiety could bring you down since your career path is something that you are always thinking about. As the cosmic energy unfolds today, you should make an effort to stop any anxious thoughts in their tracks. Thinking positively can help you feel more confident about your career path. Today's astral energy leaves you feeling alive and open to new things. The best complement to these emotional energies is a diet that's easy to process and stretching your body. Light foods such as soups, salads, and fish can be very satisfying for the entire body. Remember to eat slowly to allow for the maximum benefit of a meal. Exercise in the morning is recommended. Drink plenty of water, preferably at room temperature. Go over your finances today. It's in day, and the vibration of this will enhance your ability to crunch numbers. Consider whether or not all of the hard work you're doing day in and day out is paying off for you. Are you making the money you should? Or are you sticking with your job for the sake of familiarity or security, rather than looking to put your efforts towards something more lucrative? Give such things thought and consideration, and if possible, do a little research. At the same time that the Sun is spending his last weekend in a playful and creative part of your chart and Saturn his first full day in an adventurous part, Venus is spending her first and Pluto his last weekend in your relationship sector. With events during the working week having revealed a powering up on the income, work, and career fronts and the Sun's return to your work sector next week set to put more light on this, the weekend brings a timely reminder about knowing when to keep your work hat on and when to take it off. There is too much happening on the other side of life's fence today. It is just as the Sun is spending his last weekend in your romantic sector, Venus is spending her first and Pluto is last in your relationship sector. Away from the noise of the working week, this is a day for making both matters of the heart and your relationships a priority, and in both cases, for looking to the future. While in both cases the journey will continue, with the Sun and Pluto leaving next week, there is a need to pay attention. Daily Planetary Overview. Today's celestial movements offer an exciting yet delicate mix of energy, urging you to stay present, observant, and mindful of the dynamics around you. The Moon in curious Gemini conjoins expansive Jupiter, currently in retrograde, and squares dreamy Neptune retrograde in Pisces. These alignments bring both opportunities and potential pitfalls, making it a day to tread thoughtfully and embrace moments of growth with an open heart. First and foremost, read the room. Whether you're in a casual gathering, a meeting, or simply spending time with loved ones, pay attention to the subtle social cues that might otherwise slip by unnoticed. The moon's conjunction with Jupiter retrograde amplifies the energy of communication, but Neptune's influence can blur perceptions, making it easy to misinterpret others or overlook key signals. For instance, have you ever cracked a joke, only to realize too late that the timing wasn't quite right? If you stumble into an awkward moment today, don't sweat it. Lightheartedly acknowledge it, move on, and trust that most people will appreciate your humility and grace. This theme extends into your personal life as well. The same cosmic alignment that challenges your social radar also enhances your ability to connect deeply and authentically with others. People are naturally drawn to your enthusiasm, warmth, and can-do attitude. It's one of those days when your energy feels magnetic, opening doors for collaboration and shared success. Have you ever noticed how positivity can ripple outward? A single act of kindness or a bright, determined mindset can inspire those around you to step into their own light. Today, you're radiating exactly that kind of contagious optimism, so lean into it. However, there's another layer to today's energy that calls for discernment. Venus squaring the north and south nodes brings an intense focus on your desires and ambitions, particularly in love and finances. This aspect might stir a strong urge to act decisively, even impulsively, in areas where you crave progress. For instance, you might feel tempted to dive headfirst into a new relationship or take a bold financial risk without fully considering the long-term implications. While this eagerness is fueled by passion and excitement, it's essential to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, am I acting from a place of clarity and intention, or am I being swayed by fleeting emotions? Taking a moment to ground yourself can make all the difference. Reflect on past experiences where patience paid off. Perhaps you avoided a financial misstep by taking time to research an investment, or maybe your relationship blossomed beautifully because you allowed it to unfold naturally rather than rushing in. Trust that the right opportunities will align when the timing is right. This energy also extends to your interactions with others. Be mindful of heightened emotions, as discussions or debates may quickly intensify. Have you ever been in a playful conversation that unexpectedly turned tense? With the nodes in play, there's a risk of minor disagreements escalating, especially if egos come into the mix. Whether it's a friendly debate with a colleague or a heartfelt discussion with a loved one, focus on maintaining a light, constructive tone. Remember, not every conversation needs a winner. The goal is to foster understanding and growth. And if you notice someone else acting impulsively, try to meet them with patience and compassion. We're all navigating this energetic push and pull, and a little empathy can go a long way in diffusing tension. Ultimately, today's energy invites you to balance enthusiasm with mindfulness, ambition with caution, and connection with self-awareness. It's a day to embrace opportunities for growth, both in your relationships and within yourself. Whether you're pursuing a personal goal, deepening a connection, or simply enjoying the moment, let your actions come from a place of authenticity and intention. Now, I'd love to hear from you. How are you planning to stay grounded while embracing today's dynamic energy? Have you experienced a moment recently where pausing to reflect made all the difference? Share your stories and thoughts in the comments. We're all learning and growing together.